When we describe our motorcycle journeys or post to social media, usually we start by saying the destinations and the kilometers we covered. Why is that?
It takes just one good, enjoyable ride to feel and understand that it's not about the distance covered at all. So even though we often say the journey is the adventure, not the destination, looks like people still can't seem to find a better way to describe a trip. I don't mind covering a greater distance. I can't say I'm an iron butt type of rider, but I've had days with more than 1,000 kilometers. I can't say I really enjoyed those rides, but if it needs to be done, it can be done, and it was done. And of course, in the future, it will be done. I felt a bit proud of myself for those achievements, but not so much about the distance covered, more about my mental readiness and strength to do it. To be honest, I admire the Iron Butts riders, but I see that as a completely different discipline. I see it as an endurance race that demands a different approach. It's a sport, a competition, mostly with yourself. When I ride my motorcycle, I want to enjoy it. I want to be as stress-free as possible, and I want to feel the nature surrounding me as much as possible. For us, riding in Europe and similar developed areas of the world, the longer highway covered distances are simply the price we pay for the enjoyable riding that comes next. Yes, I mean the mountain passes, lakes, forests, river canyons, and seashores. I recently did 2 completely different trips. The first one was 5 days, and the second one was 10 days. In neither of those trips, I can say that I covered a great distance. The first one was a classic road tour through the Alps, and the second one was the adventure ride with off-road sections in the Balkans.
The odometers on those trips showed 2,000 kilometers each. That's nothing. I covered 1,000 kilometers in 1 day, and now 10 days and 2,000 kilometers? Come on, one would think that I've just went down to the Adriatic coast and enjoyed my vacation there and rode back. But of course, that was not the case.
Whether it was the Italian Alps or the Durmitor off-road sections, I rode almost every day. And I wasn't just spending a couple of hours on the bike. Some days were a proper full day of riding. And yet, despite the full-blown smile we had at the end of the day, the odometers didn't move much. And I simply didn't care. I enjoyed every kilometer, every minute. Okay, some were harder at the time, some were easier. But still, at the end of the day, in fact, even today, weeks or months later, I still feel happy about it. And I still don't care how many kilometers I did that day. So what's the solution? How can we more efficiently describe our rides? And do we need to?
I don't think so. Who are you riding for? Your friends? Your family? Your neighbors? Social media? If that's true, then you're doing something wrong. If you're not riding for yourself, you're doing something wrong, most definitely. Of course, some of the mentioned above cannot see the passion in your eyes, cannot see the satisfaction in your eyes. Try to explain to them. Try to explain what I'm discussing in this video. But then after the first attempt, then just relax, enjoy, and focus on the little details that actually made your journey one to remember. Talk about the bears you crossed your road, talk about the rivers, talk about the seashore, talk about the smell, talk about the feelings you experienced while you were on that journey. And forget about the kilometers. Unless, of course, you need to stop and fill in your tank so you can continue with your journey. Enjoy your ride.